Hello, welcome to piss. Hi everyone, Paul ISM. Welcome to piss and arse. Hey everyone, Paul ISM. Welcome to my Saturday's update and completed kits. My SUCK. There we go. So good live show last night. It was billed nice. So it was very easy, laid back. Quite a lot of views as well, which is always good to see on a non-actual show night. And thanks to all the guys who joined me, everybody that watched and commented, and well done to the winners. A couple of goodie bags given away, one dance section, one lucky giveaway winner. Next week I'll sort out some better prizes, and we'll ramp it up a little bit for our proper show. So always good to see that's busy. Nice to see all the comments on the last bench update as well. Thanks to everybody that watched it and commented. Explained a few things in that, and hopefully it set a few things straight about our products and the company and what have you, and stop a bit of speculation. Decal solutions are selling well. They're really moving well and proving invaluable. I've done a lot of carbon work this week, and it's just great. It just works absolutely fantastic. It really does. One thing I've seen a few people complain about, more so overseas, and I understand that the postage costs are high. They are. Postage is high. It's just like that everywhere. Whether I order from Europe or America, if I order a set of decals from Spot Model, just a thin letter, it costs me £8 to £10. It's just the way it is. And I understand people in like the States and whatever, they can pay us like £18 postage easy for, you know, a 1-2 kilo parcel. But that's literally what we pay at the end of the day. We don't make any money on postage. Quite often, to be honest, we'll lose money on the postage. But the best way of doing it is you get a set margin for that price. So if you order just the decal solutions and the postage comes to like £15, you could probably add another kilo's worth of stuff in there, or half a kilo's worth of stuff, and it'll be the same flat rate because our postage is done in weight. It's 0 to 1 kilo in parcels, and then 1 to 2, and then 2. Once you go over 2, it starts to get really expensive. You don't want to be doing that. But yeah, make the most of your postage. I did see Jim, I'm gonna name you, mate, because you did leave a comment the other day. Was complaining about the postage costs in the UK. That it was 30% of the cost of the decal solutions. Again, there's nothing we can do about it. The minimum postage cost in the UK is £2.95, and that's untracked through Royal Mail. We have a lot of stuff go missing, so all our stuff's tracked. So there's a minimum of £3.95 for second class recorded. We use couriers, and it's around about the same price. Again, we don't set those prices, it's just the way it is. So there's no real point coming to complain that the postage cost is X amount of this, because we don't control that. It's what we pay at the end of the day. And again, for that price in the UK, you can get a kilo, and it'll still be £4, £5, whatever it comes to. It doesn't go up. It's just an incremental amount. So yeah, don't go and buy one item and then think, oh god, if I go and order a bottle of Tamiapane for £1.50 or £2, I know it's going to cost me £3 in postage because of the size of it. It's just one of those things. There's nothing we can do about that at all, unless you want us to post it for free, which we can't do because at the end of the day this is a business. But yeah, I don't like seeing people complain about it because there's nothing we can do. It's not like we're charging the money. It's just a set rate, done. So sorry about that. It was too expensive. I don't know what to say at all. I really do apologise, but there's nothing I can do. It's totally out of our hands. We don't even charge for our packing materials, and if you've bought our stuff before, they're well packaged in boxes. They're well protected inside. Everything's sealed. We don't skimp on anything at all, and it's just one of those things. So, and for those living in the States to say about the higher cost, you'll often find because a supplier in overseas has to put their cost up because of their initial purchase to get the items over there, that our lower price of the product and slightly higher postage cost compared to those, it will equal out, and half the time will be cheaper, to be honest. So it swings and roundabouts really. But yeah, when you're ordering stuff, not just from us, from anywhere, make the most of your postage. Don't go and buy a bottle of paint and complain it costs £3. Buy 10 bottles of paint and it still costs £3. It's the way to do it. But yeah, postage isn't cheap. It is ridiculous sometimes, but it's just the way it is. It goes up, and yeah, anyway, that's enough about postage, so I'll be there all day. So yeah, it's selling well, doing well, it works brilliantly, can't fault that decal solution at all. and I hope to get some feedback from you guys and girls out there pretty soon about it. So I've been busy on the bike, absolutely loving the bike at the minute. It's probably not even a week away from being finished, which is good. I'm working on for about 10 days now. Managed to get some spare movie star decals, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Gary. Gary's sending me some out, and Clive points out somewhere Museum Collection have got them new, but I'm not sure what they're like to use, so I hopefully sorted there. So I've still got the original Repsol kit that I can redo the scheme in, the movie star scheme, so we're all sorted there now, which is brilliant. I bought some other kits. I bought some bike decals from Spot Model, and a YZR M104 from Spot Model. I got them there for 24 quid, absolute bargain. Postage is a bit high, but hey, it's one of those things. And I bought a kit I've been after for a while. I've got a couple of NSR 500s up there. I've got the movie star one and Rossi's Nastro bike as well. But I wanted the Repsol one. I like the Repsol schemes. I'm just watching a documentary last night on Doon's NSR, and funny enough I bought this through the week and I got that for 40 quid. It's mint, decals and mint. I got a spare set of Shunko decals on the way, because I've got no need to fear Shunkos anymore, because I have a decal solution that sets them, which is great. But it looks a great kit, and yeah, I look forward to building it. I've got a thing about just these schemes. It just reminded me of being a kid. I remember watching these. I say kid, I was probably about 20 at the time. But it's fond memories of watching them. Absolutely love it. But the bike's doing well. I'll show it in a minute. I got loads of it there. It's literally like a production line over there. Now, me and Sam did start the Peugeots, that thing up there. The T16, is it T16 405T? I can't remember what it was now. The Paris Dakar car. My decals went. I resprayed it all. I need to mask off and paint the blue. Kind of sapped the mojo a little bit, and the bike took over. Sam's very nearly finished his, and I kind of like, meh, it can be done at a later date, I think. So we were then thinking, right, what we're going to do next? And I thought, right, as I got the bike on the go, I still got the catering to finish as well, which I really want to go back to. Let's pick something easy. Now, I saw this built a few weeks back on Facebook and thought, well, that looks really good. I'm going to see what the kit's like. So I went on eBay, found the kit, got it really cheap, bought Sam one, and we got one each. So this is Revell's Porsche 956C. Now, a few people have told me it's Hassie kit. I can't find any proof of that. Scalemates doesn't cover it. I can well believe it is though, because I know Revell quite often reboxes Hassie kits. It's a very, very simple kit, really simple. It's not going to take long to build at all. So that's what we're going to build in the Jägermeister scheme. As you know, I've done a few Jägermeisters lately. Spent the night last night at the live show prepping all the body, and there we are. It's all de-seamed, cleaned up, prepped, and it's been primed in UMP primer. I mixed a little bit of yellow with white to give a very, very off colour, mainly so I can see where I'm spraying it, and to give it a good base for the orange. Spoilers there as well. I've left that separate because once it's on, it blocks a lot of the bodywork, so I've left it separate for now. It looks okay. It's a very, very simple kit. The glasswork, especially the front lights, was shocking. Really, really bad. If you watched the live show when I was working on them, they're full of flash. I had to sit there for about 20 minutes fettling them to fit, and they're okay now. They're not too bad, but it doesn't look bad. It's a curbside kit. There's no engine. There's very little running gear, very little interior. So it's going to be a nice, quick build. And this saw is going to be a little guinea pig as well, because I finally broke down and bought a food dehydrator. Now, a lot of people have been using them for a while. I know it's a trick, an old trick now. But we're using the 2K and the like. The heat helps. Supposedly with 2K at like 20 degrees C, it'll take half an hour to tack dry, 12 hours to cure, or 24 hours to cure. Sorry, it takes half an hour to tack dry. I think it's 12 hours to touch dry, and then 24 hours to cure. Now, with increasing the heat, I think if you go to like 60 degrees C, which I'd probably go a little bit lower, about 50, it literally quarters that time. It just massively speeds up. When they spray full-size cars, they bake them in an oven because it speeds up the drying process, and that's the way to go. So Ed at Premium Hobbies put up on Facebook a while back he bought one. A few people have given positive feedback about it, and I thought, right, let's get one. So I've got one off Amazon. It's coming today. So we will get this painted, decaled. A lot of people said to use it for the decals as well to dry them out, but I'm a little bit dubious about that because I don't want them getting damaged or cracked. I'd rather let them dry at their own rate, but I don't know. Don't know about that one. Maybe 10 minutes in there kind of thing might help. But with the 2K, it's supposed to level it better, dry it quicker. So it's a cheap kit, it's a simple kit. You know, if it was like a Tamiya Escort or a really rare kit or wherever, I'd be gutted if it ruined it. But we'll give it a go with this. So it's a vegetable dehydrator. It's basically what you chuck vegetables, meat in, pulls all the moisture out by allowing heat in there, and they will heat up to like 70 degrees C, I believe. But from what I'm reading, a lot of the feedback is 50 C is the optimum temperature for about an hour. So it's about yay big. It's not massive, it's big enough. Just needs a little bit of fettling on the trays to make it fit. So that'll be here today, and once we get this painted, so it'll be painted today, maybe decaled later, 2K'd on Monday or Tuesday. So Monday or Tuesday we might know. So by then I might come back on Wednesday with another bench update, and I'll report back on how it's done. So quite excited about that, see how it does. If it speeds up the time a little bit or just makes the finish better, all well and good. It was £40, it wasn't the most expensive thing in the world, so it'd be money well spent. There we go. Like I say, I'm also heroes. I know Malcolm, everything Malcolm had is gone, and most people have got it now. I've got my stuff. And Tim, because Tim works through the week, he's posting his out, sorting it this weekend, posting out next week. And myself and Hannah, all the stuff we've got here, we ran out of boxes, if we're honest. I'm still waiting on them now. They've not turned up, but if not, we'll improvise. They're all getting posted out Monday. They're going to get packaged over the weekend and sent out over Monday. So if anything you're waiting was stuff we had, basically if it hasn't turned up, it's more likely stuff we had. So give it till mid next week. It should be with you. And we apologise for the delay. We just obviously we run a business as well, so and with items getting consumable, used up like boxes and that, they do run out. It's a bit of a pain, but we will get them all out for you and get it sorted. But we did great. It was fantastic. It went smoothly. Only one person didn't pay. Adrian, I'm talking to you again. You bid on the night, you were in the chat, and now you've vanished. So if you're watching, you bid on a charity auction, mate, and we could really do if you're paying for your item. If not, it's going to get auctioned off again. I believe it's going to go on eBay. So it's a bit of a shame that one person let us down. Maybe there's extenuating circumstances. But if you're watching, just let us know. We'll sort it out one way or another and get it done. But it was a great night and nice to see we're doing good for Models for Heroes again. So we go. Anyway, I've been waffling way too long. Right, let's go overhead and have a look at the bike and the car. Okie dokie, right, first off the Porsche. This is where we're at. Like I said, all cleaned up last night in the live show and then primed it just before I went to bed last night. Mixed a bit of yellow and white UMP primer together. It's gone down great, as it always does. I've stopped heating it up now. I was heating it up for a while, but I don't know, yeah, it does spray better heated up, I will admit that. But I've never had a problem spraying our primer at all. They all spray perfectly for me, regardless of the colour or whatever. So I just went back to, I think it was one day I was just being a bit lazy and I couldn't bother heating it up, and I went back to spraying it and it just sprays great. So this will be left, get this video out and I'll probably flat this back with some 12,000 micro mesh, and then it can be sprayed in, I've got a splash and Zero Paint Jägermeister orange for it. Now the worrying part of this is it's quite a large car and the splash paints didn't quite really match what they're supposed to. Really on the E30 Beamer kind of ran out. So I've got loads of the zeros, so I'll probably stick with zero to be honest on this. The spoiler I've kept separate, like I said, because when it sits on here it covers up a lot of the back, and I think it'd just be a nightmare to paint. So I've left it there and it'll just stick on when it's done. But to be fair, not about body shell at all. Like I say, some people are telling me it's Hasegawa, but I don't know, I can't see any actual confirmed report of that yet. The one dilemma I've got is what to do with this when I paint it. This needs painting black, and the canopy sits on top. So obviously it all gets left open to paint, so it's going to go orange, which isn't a problem. It can be masked off and sprayed black. But I've got 2K it as well, and I don't know what to do. I'm kind of thinking cut out a mask, leave it in there, spray the 2K, and then quickly pull it off while it's still wet. Problem with that is you kind of risk ruining the 2K finish, or just 2K it and matte black it and hope everything still fits later on, which is probably the way I'll go, to be honest. It's just there's very nice little recesses all to fill here with 2K, and then I have problems with the glass not fitting. So unsure what to do there, but you know, for the most part it goes together well. The kit itself is really simple. I hate these rubber boxes, so I always tape the sides and cut the top open. There's very little to it. The glass was horrendous. I had to really work at that to get it to fit. That was one of the first jobs I did last night. But very minimal interior, minimal running gear. It's a very simple build and it'll be nice and quick, but it's a Jägermeister scheme, and it's my first ever Le Mans car. I've never built, well, I have technically because I've done the Corvette, but not this kind of purpose-built style Le Mans car. First one ever, got a few in the stash, and hopefully we'll get a few more built. Instructions, typical older Revel, and you'll see just how simple it is. There's all the parts. There's nothing to it at all. And it's very simple, minimal running gear, which to be honest at the minute suits me down to the ground. It's nice and simple, quick build. As you see, all the glass goes on the exterior, and that's it. It's such a simple build. Hopefully the decals will be okay. It's a very simple decal scheme, so hopefully that will go okay as well. Okay, so the bike, this is where we're at right now currently. I've got the forks on the front. They're not attached because I've still got work to do, which you'll see in a minute. I'll zoom in a touch so you can see a bit better. So this is how we are right now. We've got the front and rear wheels in place, chains on, front discs are on, the forks are built up, got the carbon fuel tank on and the seat holder, and it's really starting to come together now. So front carbon brakes, right, so I originally sprayed the outer carbon and tried to use my circle template to spray through the silver. It didn't quite work well. I got it a bit off centre, so resprayed it, sprayed the centre silver, I forget what I used now, and then sprayed the carbon exterior. I cut out a mask with my Alpha circle cutter, placed it in place and sprayed the zero carbon around the edge. Fork set is aftermarket fork set from Tamiya. I've sprayed the bottom in burnt iron. This is matte aluminium, and the top is AK duralumin, and then I've very lightly misted over a bit of duralumin mixed with gold, because in my reference pictures it's got a hint of gold to that at the top. Caliper is Mitsubishi Super Metallic Gold with Tamiya X7, capillary action into the Brembo recess and then wiped off the excess, and that is that. They're the kit. Wet dry slide decal things. Rear caliper the same colour, Super Hobby Mr. Gold. Miss Gold, Super Hobby Mr. Metallic, sorry. Rear disc is the photo that come with the kit. And then, oh, see what I mean? The fork isn't held on just yet, it's just lightly placed in place. So if we spin it around, there we go. So, same disc this side. Other side of the bike we've got the chain. Now this was sprayed in, let me remember now, I've forgotten now where I sprayed it in. It was sprayed in the gold. I've got a feeling it's Mitsubishi Super Metallic Gold again. So I sprayed the side in gold, I sprayed the top in XF56. It needs gluing down a little bit because it's sticking up just a tad where it's split just there to go through the swing arm. So once I'm all happy with it, I'll glue it in position so it looks right. They were given a Tamiya panel line wash to give the black impression of the links. For the sprocket front and rear, I used my circle template to hold over the top and spray through some alkali gunmetal, which is a nice dark black with a little hue to it, which is good colour for it. Did that for the front and rear and picked out the details with some other Vallejo silver, but it's coming together really well and I'm very, very happy with it. And yeah, got a lot of drives to get this done and it's keeping me going. Now unfortunately I've hit one of the most boring points of the bikes that I don't particularly like. So we've got a few bits and bobs here in mid-assembly. So the exhaust, I hate the exhaust, they're a pain in the backside. So I glued it all together, filled it where I thought it needed doing, sanded it, and then sprayed it in UMP gloss black. I could then see where any faults were, so I come back, filled them with some CA glue, sanded them. Did that much sanding yesterday, got a bit of RSI on my wrist, so I had to give it a bit of a break. But we're getting there now. It just needs a few bit more sanding, and then we'll hit it with primer again, see what it looks like. So there's two sections to that. We've also got all the front radiator, which has been primed in UMP black and then sprayed in splash aluminium. The hoses, splash aluminium and Alclad aluminium as well. We've got parts of the handlebars, we've got the grips, brake levers, the mounts, the speedo holder. These are all ready for mounting up the front, and we can get the fork screwed in place once all this is on. And then we've got the side protector. I actually don't know what that is, I forget now. It's a side piece that goes by the exhaust, and then we've got the hugger for the back as well. These all need carboning. That won't be done in one piece, this one's going to be multiple. It's a pig to do because I've done a few before. So I'm not really looking forward to that, but we'll get it done and we'll get the exhaust done, sprayed up, get some heat staining. I'm not going to go mad on the heat staining. I'll show you my reference. Now, the main reference in this book I showed you last time is an older bike. You can tell it's old by the wear on that rear disc. It's not a currently used machine. Now, there's quite a bit of heat staining there. You can see the marks there as well on the exhaust, but this is a very old, well-used bike. And you can see it there as well. Nice blue heat staining. My opinion, a lot of people overdo this heat staining and it looks a little bit too cartoony. Now, this is the bike, I'm going to guess, on its, you know, in its prime. And if you can see there, even on the can, there's a little bit of stain in there, which would be like a sepia colour. The rest of it isn't all that blue. So I'm not going to go mental with it. All the bikes are like that. Don't forget, these components are replaced, you know, pretty regularly. Can't remember how many kilometres it is now to do the exhaust, but they are replaceable items and they do take care of these bikes. So I'm not going to go mad with the exhaust, but we will give it some staining here and there. Bodywork is all here, it's all ready to go. It looks a bit mad, looks like it's been impaled. This is all just holding it in place so it doesn't fall off on me. But it's come out very well. It's not perfect, it needs a polish and what have you. There's a little bit of orange peel in places, but we'll get rid of that with micro mesh and some Novus. We're very happy how it's gone. It's all fully cured now, so we can really crack on with this now. Once the exhaust's done, they can go in place, the radiator can go on, then the forks can be set in place, and there's just a few finishing touches to do, and it's done, like I say, less than a week's work. So really glad this is going well, I really am. And my food dehydrator's just turned up as well, which is handy. So I'll get that all assembled and we'll have a look at it next time we come back to a bench update. So there we go. Let's go back to me. So you guys, you can see they're coming on well. The bike, fantastic, loving that, and I'm very happy how that thing's looking. It looks great and it's really got me eager to build more. And the Jägermeister Porsche, a very simple kit. We'll see how that gets on. Like I say, it's more of a test piece for that 2K dehydrator. We'll see how that goes and I shall report back on that next week. And there we are. So I'm not going to waffle on much longer because I've already waffled on for like 13 odd minutes just here, never mind what I did overhead. But there we go. So thanks everyone watching. If you've got any comments or questions, pop them in the comments down below. As always, subscribe to the channel if you're not subbed to us. Hit the little bell for notifications and give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, and let us know what you think. I always reply to everybody if I can. And yeah, let us know. Make sure you sign up to the International Scale Modeler Facebook page and forum. All free, all well run. Loads of modelling work on there. And like I said last night in the live show, if you're not an ISM Facebook or Facebook full stop, there's so much modelling stuff on there you're missing out on. It's crazy, it really is. Check out umpretail.com as well. Myself and I've got all sorts on there. Kits, tools, all sorts. Head on over there. All the links for these are in the description down below. Check out the Modelling Hangout group, and I'll have the bench page for the Off Air Hangouts and the live show. And check out my modelling page, Paul-ISM, over on Facebook. All my work shared there as well as ISM. Go on over there, give us a like, and say hello. So there we are. So thanks for watching today. Sorry I've waffled on for so long. I had a lot to get through. I'll catch you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.